Yeah, that was the end of it. And my question is,
Look
what
at
the
this.
hell did I just see? Yeah, I mean I've seen it, but I don't know anything about it other than it's
Apparently, it's a
chess.
chess, but you replace your entire army with a royal shotgun. It's a
Oh,
unique strategy roguelike based on the timeless checkerboard classic.
interesting.
Here's what was really funny.
Yeah.
The comments.
Oh Jesus Christ! Get
After
out here,
nearly
you.
1,500 years, Chess got its first standalone DLC.
What the fuck?
Babe, wake up! Chess 2 got released. Give me 10 seconds. I'll read the next one.
Oh no! I already saw it. Hey, remember last time I said we could put in our favorite time?
Yeah.
What's our favorite time?
420 just blew.
You right.
I don't know another interesting time.
Whoops. Can't wait for it to judge me on this. 4:20 p.m. Your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 420 is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 420? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders. But we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by next time we boot up the game. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Why would you waste your points on that?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job.
Why would you waste your points on
He
that?
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment.
I mean, everyone knows Jacko Pose at this point.
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
Why
was happy.
I'm
And then
got a
one
morbid
day, something
curiosity.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one...
You already hit yes on that. Fuck you.
I don't think that was me.
no one showed up to give him instructions.
Time kick.
Or even say,
Oh, that game was
never in
trash.
all his years at the company had this happened. This complete...
Why was it your favorite game then?
Something was very...
Tell me why.
Shocked?
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Hey, look, I got the welcome back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I might have goofed in Elden Ring.
What the... Oh.
When Stanley
Oh.
came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to
No.
the meeting
Oh,
room.
God, I'm fucking it all up.
Well,
Okay.
Perhaps
Whatever.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, that's correct. What a room.
Truly a room
I was going to actually try to go for that
eager to get
speedrunning
back to
achievement,
business,
but I
Stanley took the
forgot all about it. You know what? Begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go.
Wish
to
I
the
knew my
meeting.
nose was so damn
Perhaps he
itchy.
had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I don't know if it's gonna let me get it now because of that.
Feeling
Hey.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley
Hey.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Click. You know what else we could have played?
What?
Had I actually remembered my Switch?
What?
Kirby 64 got added to the thing today.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I mean, you
There
do, but
was
fuck
a
you. I want to
stirring
play on my
emotion in his
Switch.
chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Come on, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me, let me go.
Did he
No.
have the
Let me go.
strength to find out?
Let me go. I got a speed run. Trying to submit this to Games Done Quick. Here we go.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
I've already fucked it up though. I'm pretty sure that New Age music segment screwed me all up.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
I'm
reduced
not.
to images on a screen. And
I'm
Stanley
sad.
them. It turned out in this place where freedom meant
So anyway, so you didn't do anything but watch fucking dogs play video games this weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lame.
this mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe.
I went
it
to
couldn't
Maggie's
be true.
graduation.
Had Stanley
Well, I was
really
also
been
working
in someone's
Saturday.
control all this time? Was this the only reason he
Because,
was in a boring job?
I don't
That
know.
his emotions had been
They just had me
manipulated to
working
accept it blindly?
from 9 to 2. And since we now take an official lunch from 1 to 1:30,
His own life in someone else's
I was just kind of
control.
hanging out for an extra 30 minutes because I would have just set myself up to work from
Wasn't it?
9 to 1.
Was
But
it even possible? Had he truly spent
Whatever.
his entire life utterly
Yeah, I guess you can.
blind to the world?
you know,
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
No, I
why's
think
my
I
nose
saw.
so damn itchy?
Walking,
I think I saw
eating, working,
Jacksepticeye.
all of it monitored and commanded from his
Everyone's
computer.
played it at this point.
And as
Jack,
the cold reality of his past began to
Markiplier's
sink in,
literally
Stanley
uploaded a
decided that
video
this
today.
machinery would never again exert its
What, are you saying we
terrible
should
power.
use their tags on our videos?
No.
Slap a Markiplier, slap a Jacksepticeye, slap a PewDiePie,
Zackablier here.
slap a Mr. Beast,
Jacksepticeye.
And a
slap a
rising
Mr.
chill
Beast
of
on there.
uncertainty.
slap a...
Out of most of the famous people from YouTube, I actually think I like him the most. Solely because it seems like he does a lot of shit,
He had
gets a lot of
defeated
money,
the
and then
machine,
basically just wastes it
unshackled
on like
himself
all
from
these people.
someone else's command.
But he
Freedom
monopolizes
was mere
something.
moments away.
He makes more money off of it.
Sure.
Even as the
To do
immense
more
war
shit.
slowly
Sure.
opened,
When does it
Stanley
stop?
reflected on how
Doesn't,
many
until he
puzzles
dies.
still lay unsolved.
That's what you think.
Where had his co-workers gone?
I
How
challenge
had they
it.
been freed
When
from
does it
machine's
stop?
grasp? What other
What's your
methods did
angle?
this
What's the end
experiment
game?
hold? But as
What's the end
sunlight
game?
streamed into the chamber, he realized none
But
of
no,
this
I mean, like, he
mattered.
seems to be the one that
Men
like,
with
was
power
just, like,
and wealth will eventually succumb to that power and
But
wealth.
happiness.
just like donates.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
Donates a good portion of it.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
I mean, I try to donate money too when I can.
How to feel.
But how much
Whatever
does
life he
Markiplier give
lives,
away?
it will be his.
They don't give away Lambos.
That was all he needed to know.
They don't go and say, hey,
It was
No, but
perhaps
Mark does
the
make
only thing
big ass
he knew.
content
Stanley
for
stepped
free.
through the open door.
Have you not seen In Space with Markiplier?
no.
Have you not seen a
Stanley
heist
felt
with
the cool
Markiplier?
breeze
No, 'cause I
upon
don't
his
watch
skin.
them.
Have you not seen
watch a lot of these people anymore.
who killed
Immense
Markiplier?
possibilities
No, I don't
of
watch
new
any of that
path
shit.
before him.
I watch too
This
much
was
stuff that's like,
exactly
how do I
the
do
way
this?
Right
How do
now,
I raise
Because I
a
thought about
fucking
streaming.
child?
I thought about streaming In Space with Markiplier because
Stanley,
half of those videos at this point are practically games.
Now,
It's
wasn't there,
it's an interactive movie. It's a game.
Wasn't there something that was
Achievement?
like he had like all these videos and he like deleted them at the end of the year? or
No.
something like that?
Run it back.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
But,
go to the
uh,
meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He's, as far as I know, Mark's only deleted like one video.
There was some streamer or
When
something
Stanley
who
came
was
to a
like,
set
I'm
of
gonna
two
make
open
these videos,
doors,
and like
he entered the
they
door and
made
he
like
left.
I don't know, a year's worth of videos or something. And then,
Oh,
like, the
you're talking about
fucking-
you're talking about Mark. It's Onus Honest.
Yes.
It's gonna say it was Mark and Ethan Crank Gameplay,
Coming to a staircase,
Boy.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
but they had a whole channel, Onus Honest. They did all
Yeah,
kinds
and
of
they done
things.
stuff, got a bunch of followers, and they're just
They
like,
did it for a
delete.
I
year.
think we all know the
That-
drill
that was
by
part of
now.
their
Blah,
project.
blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Surprise.
Son tells me I'm not gonna get it now because he's doing all that, but that's fine. We could just begin the game again.
Well, that's how you speed run it.
All of his co-workers were
I
gone.
think it's gotta be like on the first run
Stanley
though.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sure.
I think.
When Stanley came
Listen,
to a set of two open doors.
It's been a while
he
since I've
entered
had
the
these
door and he
achievements.
left.
Look, there's the mission status for the collectibles. I appreciate how they tell you where they're at and then cross them out as you collect them.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
I
upstairs.
can't help but
to
to notice
his
you're looking up
boss's office.
endings. I appreciate that.
There's
What?
the door, just go.
What? Okay. There was a collectible right the fuck there. Right behind me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Uh-huh. That was you, that wasn't me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just.
This mind
Choke
control
harder on my
facility,
dick, Daddy?
It was too
What?
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
Yes,
reason
the
he
answer
was
is yes,
happy
by
with
the way.
his boring job? That his
I don't know what
emotions
ending
had
it
been
was. Apparently
manipulated
19.
to accept it blindly?
Is this the original or...
The original is just following
No.
everything the narrative.
He refused to believe.
No,
it.
I meant the
He
original
couldn't
Stanley
accept
Parable
it.
or...
His
Oh,
own
yeah, it has
life
other
in
endings.
someone else's
The-
control?
got,
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Ultra
Had he
Deluxe
truly
stuff, yeah.
spent
Okay.
his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, we
But
can
here
knock
is
them
the
all
truth. The heart of
out
the operation.
in order.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Or try to,
Happy
anyways.
or
I feel like
sad
there's
or
going to be some
content.
slightly branching
Walking,
paths
eating,
at some point.
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as
Jesus.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Wait, I can
The
probably just
feeling
play
of
with the controller.
liberation, the immense
I could be
possibility
lazy.
of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Speedrun?
So,
Speedrun? Speedrun?
All of
What
his
the fuck?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm telling you, I
Stanley
screwed it
decided
up
to
from
go
the
to
first
meeting
time.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, left trigger crouches. Cool.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Neum. 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 Neum.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Oh, I don't like how
office.
slow this turns. Yep.
Here's the door, just go.
Okay. Give.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
No.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
So how do I climb out the window? How do I climb out the window?
you don't.
It's bullshit. I know it.
Bullshit, Lisa.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which one did I just get? Nearby fireplace. Private but smelly place for an important person. Okay. Somewhere both red and blue. Okay. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Okay.
What is it, one of the boss's bathrooms?
That's what it seems like.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So
I gotta do something about the controls. Simplify controls? Oh. Okay, sure. Don't know why I wasn't really that to start with, but sure.
Sure.
He turned around and got back on track.
That's a little better.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No
You'll know that.
reason to still be here.
There's plenty of things here. Look, there's a broom,
There's a mop.
mop bucket, tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I'm going to build my own Stanley figurines. Stanley
Realize
figurines.
there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, guess what? We're here now. So,
Only to you, this is somehow its own branching path.
That's right.
Maybe
Yeah.
when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
yeah.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Nope.
Do you? Okay.
It's great.
Good. I thought so. So,
Stanley
anyways.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay. Who is it?
I was going to say, you're really on me here, narrator. I don't know what to tell
Well,
you.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay, I'm back to life. What's up?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I think that might be it this time.
I think so.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and figures. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Yeah, I ain't.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yep.
Stanley began screaming. Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And there you have it. A simple story about a simple man named Stanley.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're gonna jump on 434.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Somehow.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
No.
Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
No. Yes. No. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I sure did. Boy, howdy, I did. How can we find them?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Check
office.
the bathroom, check on the bathroom. Bathroom's right behind me. Yo. I'm on the potty.
Close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the
Sorry,
last
the
one.
fig-
And then
what?
the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Okay.
Here's the door. Just go.
Okay. That always been there?
Yes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nah, it just loops.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, it's fine. It
At this
just
point,
loops.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. We...
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
What if I just hide from it?
Real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye. Bye. No crash.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous
Nani?
doors. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
8 boxes. The Stanley Parable.
It would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Two doors. And it's my office. Nature. Nature is fucking beautiful. Filing cabinets. Computers. There you go. That's it. That's the game. Everyone go home. Maintenance room. Fun. Warzone. The fuck? I mean, I'd be cool with the Warzone ending. You falling asleep over there?
Mm-hmm. Getting old. Hello, Carlos for Carlos.
Welcome back. Sonic died. How do you make an RPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What's the difference between a duck? How's the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one from a cool man. Are you a rock?
Damn it.
What is this strange number? Can you tell me what the significance of the number 11122800 is? Do we need to memorize that for any reason?
Nope.
The thing is, what if you do Stanley entered any other rooms? For instance, in the school of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you... Oh. Okay, I'm done. The lounge. The phone. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Meeting room, okay. I feel like the ASMR in this game is enough to put anyone to sleep.
I mean, it's just kind of like level. You're not really a
Chill.
lot of, especially like when the narrator's not talking.
It's very chill.
But then you also have to worry about when the narrator is talking, because sometimes he gets a little carried away.
What was happening over here? I saw a thing. What were you doing? Oh, what? Oh, okay. Do you do it when I'm not looking? When I'm gone? When I hit this? 78. Blue. Okay. Zending levers. The game is now paused. What are these? Zending model. Zending. Trailers. Ooh-wee! Trailers. I'm leaving. I'm done with this place. Wait, what is this down here? Do I want to be down here?
This is one of the newer endings.
The lounge. Underground.
Stanley walked through the green doors, the number 8. Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to Stanley was supposed to the big story.
What?
Why don't you have subtitles?
That's a good question. Well, the subtitles are on because we just saw them not long ago. I guess the outtake ones don't have subtitles. Exit!
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you
No.
see how much they need one another?
Oh, you meant that. Well,
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Stupa.
Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Yeah. I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could
Stanley
it
decided to
mean?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I have. Perhaps I have.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Somewhere both red and blue.
One thing I can think of is when you had to go through the doors a couple times, and eventually, like, it made you go through a red and blue, like, decision.
Red versus blue, eh? Where's the projection come? Oh, it's up there. Then why am I not casting a shadow?
You don't exist.
Oh my god, you're right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bathroom boarded up.
No, that's the executive bathroom sign. Oh. What's with this paper?
It's fluorescent.
Apparently.
I don't know. You got others worse.
Is that supposed to be a narrator or us?
Nice. Oh my gosh, it's so low.
To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to pick just one. That was not the same as it was last time we came through here. What the hell was that? Was that a cow? What the fuck was that? That's what it sounded like. What if I just teabag a bunch? Stanley? Stanley, are you teabagging, Stanley? What do you think this is? Halo? Call of Duty?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. That was a graphic.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No. If I could jump off this bridge right now, I would.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh boy, here I go. Wait, wait. Oh! I did it.
Yep.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more.
That's right.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
That was an experience.
It was.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of
allegedly this was a big deal.
He entered the door on his left.
That?
What's a big deal?
Getting to the bottom of the thing?
Yeah.
Somewhere red and blue.
Hey, the
Coming
only thing
to
I
a
can think of is where there's like a red
Stanley
and a blue
walked
door.
upstairs to his boss's office. Here's
I
the
don't
door.
remember how to get there. Do you remember how to get there?
You like hit the fuck up at the door like so many times.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah? What you got chugging over there?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't.
Why are we chuckling?
Had Stanley
You know those
really
random
been under
Facebook
someone's
groups?
control
Yeah.
all this time?
One that
Was
just
this the
popped up
only
and
reason
said,
he
"Someone,
was happy with his
please fetch
boring
me my
job?
bathing
That his
toaster."
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
I want
else's
to
control.
make bath bombs that look
Never.
good toasters.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
People buy that shit.
Was it even possible?
A lie.
Had he truly spent his entire life
what I wanna
utterly
do.
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Yeah, there you
he
go. See, it's
would have
already done.
dismantled the controls once.
Speaking of things being already be done,
Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Scented like a
It's your
strawberry
time to
popcorn.
shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk
Pressing
about
keys
you,
and power
about
surge.
me, where we're going,
Okay.
what all this means. I barely know
4.
where to start.
Toaster bath bombs. On
What's that?
Amazon.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
That's a great idea.
All right, I'm in a good mood.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
have it like 5 years ago?
I'll tell you exactly what
Because
happened.
I'm an idiot.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
Dark
Running from
blue.
button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I don't get
To
it.
see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stan.
Well, now it
That's
says
30 seconds
goodbye.
you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be
Oh,
laughing
it's
at
all
every second of
shaky.
your inevitable life from the moment
Oh,
you
I
feel
am
it until
shook.
the moment I say happily ever after.
I was shook.
That's what I imagine is going to happen when they launch the nukes. You're just going to be sitting there both
The
of us
meeting
together.
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Well, okay.
Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room,
That's
and from
cool.
then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Yeah.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Yeah.
admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Wait. Maybe.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I didn't. I took the L later.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
I suppose I have to, since it's my
Oh,
only
no.
choice.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's
Give me a
clearly-
choice.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
If we're on the truck that's going my ass over? Oh. It's another door. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Okay.
We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did
No.
you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Where that story at?
Hiding.
lot. Where you at, girl?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Wait, no. Oh. It's like I was in the back rooms.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Through the white light? Oh.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Uh-huh.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
You mean the infinite loop? Oh. Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Fuck you, I didn't.
Fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I agree. Ledgers, corporate imbalances, stuff. Wow.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright, looks like Fern.
Ferngully.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The
I like how
story
Linus is trademarked.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you. After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. Oh, look. The 2 now.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why don't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That's 437 have a hall.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
And a
Our story to
loop.
be. Go wild. Use your
Loop.
imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Why is everything referring to the line trademarked? Wee. Oh. Okay.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Go back.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Go back.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our
Anyone getting sick
destination
yet?
corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold on, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Does this room always have that border
Yep.
on the ceiling?
Yep.
Are we like super sure about that?
Yep.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
You need the ability to jump.
Stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Where am I? Where? Oh. 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 I suck. Oh. 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 Okay. I understand. Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helps you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Not really.
I forgot, I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby
Baby!
goes left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches
who do you
the
think this
fire,
baby is?
you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yes.
If it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Rocket League?
What do we have here?
Persona 3? Skyrim?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a
Is this
creepy
fucking
creature spying
Firewatch?
on innocent civilians below you from up high in your
This is
creep
fucking
tower, perhaps for
Firewatch.
some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Sounds me calling it wow.
Yes, that must
Super S's.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is fucking Firewatch. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Clearly that's my fault. Yeah, no, this is fucking Firewatch. As for what it is, you can look it up on Steam.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay.
What if I wanted to
I
rhyme in
think
nature a little
this
bit?
will be just the thing.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I was fucking kidding when I said
Exactly
Rocket
what I
League.
had
Are
in
you
mind.
serious?
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is literally just the fucking Rocket League
Okay,
match.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must.
Okay.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god.
Back into a golf.
At least I can. At least it's letting me move fast now. Too bad I can't.
Are you doing it?
Jump.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable...
Oh God!
What are you doing?
I fucked up. I'm
Stanley,
back.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
File cabinets. Oh God, I'm falling again. Oh. Oh. Freddy, are you here somewhere?
So I don't know if you've heard, but apparently there's going to be another Silent Hill coming out.
That's what I've heard.
I've seen some pictures that are rumored to be from it. It looks like.
Freddy? Did you hear that Konami has had the best year in its recent times? Mostly thanks to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Doesn't surprise me.
And it's like, yeah, no shit. It's because people fucking like Yu-Gi-Oh! This... Well, the right monitor is video editing software. It looks like Adobe Premiere. What is the right? Or the left? What is the left monitor? Is that like the audio one? I don't know.
Sure.
Well, this is my office. I guess this is to coincide with the confusion ending. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Hell?
I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Hell.
If he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't
Not
it
really.
fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
When Stanley found the collectibles. Where'd that award go?
Trashed.
Good. At least that award's still here, the most important one.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
have 7 of 6. I don't feel like I should be able to walk over that.
And
Oh.
here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Pretty sure I found the one on the stairs first.
Uh-huh. And now went to the potty room.
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Okay.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What the fuck? What's happening? Bathroom.
This was a 5th mini stand, and this one was really
That
something
definitely was the
special.
5th.
It was in the boss's bathroom. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a
Probably.
little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
You what? Oh my god. I'm having nostalgic flashbacks to fucking 2003 again. Windows Movie Maker. Great. I love it. Yeah. And it was great. Also, I like the best
Takes you
boy
back,
was
doesn't it? I spent a
the
lot of
narrator.
time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video.
Yeah?
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Sure, yeah.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yeah, I got the one in the boss's office. Okay.
This was our second figure. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Had to take an extra second to
Past is
load, I
truly
guess.
a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Uh-huh.
This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Stanley Parable? Yeah. And there was the jump circle.
It's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. The time does put a rosy filter on everything. In
Does
fact,
it?
I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Can I have my achievement for having all the collectibles and then some?
There's no reward for it.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Okay.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's
No.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him.
I know you're
I did enjoy telling this
enjoying this so much.
Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah? What the fuck?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from when Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on
Okay.
his left.
So, no, where's... Hello?
Yet
Anything?
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
My achievement?
Here's
Collecting the
door to
collectibles?
zero.
Hello? I'm so confused.
I'll get one.
But, thing.
No rewards.
There was a thing. Back at the new content
Stanley
area
walked straight ahead
thing.
through the large door that read
That was like,
Mind
hey,
Control
come
Facility.
back when you have all of them. Get that impossible achievement or whatever.
The lights rose on an
then you had
enormous
to go
room
to
packed
the-
with television screens.
The new
What
content.
horrible secret did this place hold?
I don't
Stanley
know.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm just yeeting myself toward the ending now.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number
Just
of an
to
employee
see.
in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to.
But I feel like we
individual
just
screens.
seen, like,
Stanley, one of them,
maybe all the
tenderly
new
wanted
endings
in this place where
that could have
freedom
possibly
meant
been
nothing.
involved.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes. Just
Here
yes.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he
I
been
don't think we're
free
catching
from the
up to
machine's grasp?
I don't
What
think so
other
either.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight
Too tall,
streamed
Paul.
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
Whoops.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Why do
Whatever
all
life
roads
is,
end up coming back here?
It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley
Skull?
stepped through the open door.
Kind of. Kind of see it flat on the ground over there.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
New content? Are we around the corner again?
What could it mean? Stanley
No.
decided to go
No.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I remember how far new content was.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
One deceit, though.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked
Yeah,
up.
you know what? I still feel like we're missing an ending.
Probably. There's 19 of them.
Oh, I can affect the credits. Look at these people.
They suck.
Is there a credits ending? We should make a checklist.
Freedom Countdown, Umbrella, Room Closet, which isn't really an ending. That we got. Got Confusion, didn't finish it. Got the Zip.
What do you mean I didn't finish the Confusion ending?
So it didn't actually do anything after that. It just stops after the narrator didn't reset the game.
Hmm. Uh-huh. Hmm. Well, let's go ahead and call it a night here, because, boy, I'm tired. Only 4 more achievements. See, I'm supposed to get that after I go back for the thing. What thing? Then there's this bullshit. Then there's this bullshit. And this bullshit. Well, tomorrow I guess we'll do something. Figure out something. Because after Sonic Heroes, I think would be Sonic 06.
Gamer Girls Dating Sim.
No. Can't play that.
Jeez, I see.
Yeah.
Only $5. I can afford that.
Then there'll be Sonic Generations, which is kind of 2D. It's 3D and 2.5D. Then people were all like, "Hey, we like that 2.5D shit. Keep that shit coming." So they implemented that in all the other ones. There's Sonic Lost World. Look, somebody modded Sonic to be Jimmy. Fucking Jimmy Neutron. Oh my god. Look, it's what's her face. I don't know. This is one of the other Sonic games I never played, so I don't know these characters.
Green Chica.
Green Chica would be somewhat accurate. My god, look at this Shrek. Oh yeah, there was a Yoshi's Island zone in this game. Unlike the Nintendo console version. What, did we just slap a sweater on her? Look at this. The hell? That really is like green. Is this supposed to be lips or like a beak?
The world may never know.
I have a feeling Rule 34 artists know. Okay, Xena apparently is her name. Still surprisingly attractive. I mean, she got them hips. They don't lie. Yeah, this is one of the few Sonic games I never played either. So I mean, we could potentially do that at some point. No. Or, you know, if you want to get down with your inner furry, we can just play this one and make our own Sonic OC, Do Not Steal. That was the whole gimmick of this game. You make your own character. And I'm kind of wondering if it might somehow, some way be more accurate to like the comics, because you're joining like a freedom force here against Dr. Eggman's empire and bullshit. Which I think is what the comics are about. I don't know. I don't read the comics either. But I hear they're good. I showed you my gamer moves. Please respond. And there's supposed to be past villains coming back and all this shit. Okay. Tits the rabbit here.
See that?
Look, there's the bad guy. His name is Infinite. I think he's supposed to be a jackal. I don't know. Are you done?
No.
Oh, it's vanilla and cream and cheese. Is that the chair or is that still your ass?
That was a chair that time.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's nice. It's like movie style shadow. Which I didn't even notice until I saw side by side comparisons, but Sonic's arms are different in the movie. Apparently in the movie his arms are blue. And I'm like, I never noticed that difference, but sure. I definitely believe it. You're saying, I have DLC for this bullshit, right? I do. Okay. Listen, all I'm saying is, no, is it not in this? Is it not in this one? Just so Super Monkey Ball play. No, okay. I don't remember if it was included in the base game or if it was like DLC on a certain console or whatever, but I'm pretty sure there's Persona 5 DLC here somewhere. Okay, yeah, I'm tired. It's gonna be midnight by the time I get home. We'll figure out something tomorrow, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or just not do any of it and just say, fuck it. We'll go race. You know, might not race. Might do something. I just don't know what that something is. Jesus Christ, your asshole never stops, does it? Are you done?
I don't know what it is, man.
I think you just got like some serious gastrointestinal issues.
I think it might be going to make a deposit. That's what I think.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, I saw something.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? This is literally just Firewatch.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like that exact like tower looking thing. I don't know if they use like the same models and stuff. I mean,
Now, I'm pretty sure this is like the same area verbatim.
well, but that model and stuff looks almost exactly like the one that's in the Hunter Call of the Wild fucking game.
Maybe it's just a generic. My brain is very tired to get genetic and generic confused. Thing.
Could be.
Whatever engine this is made in, probably like Unreal. I don't know. The year is 1989. Shitty year, honestly. Where shitty people came around. Also me, by the way.
Yeah, I got the joke.
Yeah. Similar to games you've played, like Walking Simulator and Walking Simulator. And this Walking Simulator. According to Steam, we need to play Persona 4 Golden next.
I want to play Monster Pro.
Or maybe we could do that too. We could do it all. We could do it all, because all we have is time. Later, all we have is time.
Bioshock Remastered.
Hey, remember when we tried to do a Let's Play of Bioshock?
Nope.
Neither do I. Good night, everybody.